to go back home and deal with a formerly cocky but now repentant Mr. Big America. Meanwhile, Samantha's boyfriend goes to Canada. She asks why, and he goes, it's cheaper to shoot a movie there, which is a NAFTA shot, you know? Then you got Charlotte and her Jewish husband adopt a Chinese baby. I'm still trying to figure that one out myself. Then Miranda and Steve moved to Brooklyn, which is obviously a shot or reference to me, you know? And it will not go unanswered, I assure you. And then at the end, Mr. Big's name is revealed to be John. Obviously, you know, the homage to the Apostle John in the book of Revelations. And like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse or the 4 women. And okay, I'll admit, these aren't all my original thoughts. I watched Sex and the City with Mel Gibson's father last night, so a lot of that was his. Well, hi, everybody. Yeah. New Mexico, let's start off with this little number, is about to pass a law requiring all government cars to have breathalyzers installed. You know, so the government workers, apparently they get drunk and they go hammering around the highways, you know. It's New Mexico, you know, Route 66, so any alcohol is detected, you get, you know, they just stop it. What do you think is going to happen? Is this a good idea? Should we do this for every car? Why not?
Not only do I think we should do it for every car, but I think we should install a similar device on fat girls.
How would it work, Jimmy?
You blow into it, and if you're too drunk to make a rational decision, you don't go home with her.
Well, that sounds logical, but wait a minute. That sounds logical, but the point is the fat girl would have to actually put it on herself. And what fat girl, she wants to get laid, is going to put it on.
Right? They put it right in the ignition, which is a tremendous excuse for a hooker. It's like, officer, I was just trying to help him start his car.
But wait a minute, what fat girl's going to admit she's a fat girl?
That's what I'm saying. Right? Jim's plan is flawed because no fat girl, if she was going to get laid, she's
that's not flawed. You don't give her a choice. You hold her down and you stick it in her blowhole. I also think that airplanes should have a similar device. And
to the profiling or the blowing? To the blowing.
And if it's determined that your breath smells like falafel or hummus, you're not allowed to board the plane.
I like that. I like that. But why is it $1,000? It's $1,000 for the. Who in the hell in New Mexico is going to have money to drink after spending $1,000?
Right.
But why is it just alcohol, though? How come not like marijuana, crystal meth, Oxycontin? Should be any other
because people
drug.
don't crash into people and kill people when they're smoking pot.
That's what they do. It's really slow.
No, they don't.
Obviously, never been to Wisconsin.
They do that like that. What's that? All right, let's move along. This one's... a group of high school students studying the impact of rumors have angered their black classmates by hanging posters in school hallways promoting April as White History Month. Well, my opinion is, first of all, when I read the article, what happens? They immediately brought them to a cultural sensitivity counselor. That a school has that is nauseating. Then the English teacher got up and read a slam poem. But why is White History Month racist, but Black History Month is okay?
No, it's bad that they did it during February. It's bad that they did it during Black History Month.
It's bad
they did it in June.
Regardless.
It might not have been so bad. What?
They did it. It's bad regardless. You know, it was a slam towards Black History Month. I mean, why? There's no other reason to have done it. Well, April's White History Month? Is that what they're trying to say?
I think that
every other month is White History Month.
Right. Every month is White History. Yeah, that's true. Every month is White History.
Every other month is White History Month. It was a racial...
Every other month, like every odd and even, or
all the other months.
I have math
prime
problems.
numbers.
But obviously they weren't doing it for that. They were doing it because if I was a white kid growing up today, like when I went to school, but I grew up in Brooklyn, but it was much more, there was black and white history the whole time. That's what we learned. There was no white history, it was black and white history in school. But if I grew up today where you really felt like, oh, here comes Black History Month, and you had to be like, you know, genuinely like, genuflecting towards the idea of it, it can be a little annoying if you're a high school kid. And then it caused this kind of static instead of being like a dumb incident that they just, passed by, but it became like, uh-oh, they're going to call us Ole Miss in 1962. We're going to have a counselor and a slam
bro. As a white guy, you don't know. I mean, black guys really get freaked out about being black. I'm telling you.
How do you know this?
Because I'm going to tell my story if you let me finish.
Oh, okay.
The other night...
She's speaking for a black man.
Easy, settle down. down.
Vince, some of the rest of us are black too. Just let us have a
experience
moment.
with black men.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, the other night I was at the comic strip with Todd Lynn, who's a comedian. You guys all know Todd,
Oh,
right?
he's terrific. What
I was in the,
He's been on the show many times.
Right.
Very touchy.
He's very touchy.
He looks like
I
a
was in
gargoyle in
the
a
back
tree.
where you wait to go on
Is he
stage at the
black?
comic strip. It's a very small area. Me, him, and Adi Fuqua. Adi came up.
Artie's black too, by the way,
Black
for the
too.
story.
He came up and he started to pretend like he was going to make out with me. Todd turned around and ran outside and went out almost to the street. He was like hyperventilating. I go, Todd, what's the matter? He's like, I'm afraid you're going to fall and bump your head and I'm going to be arrested for murder.
That was a good story.
What does this have to do with anything?
Shut up!
No.
Shut
Why-
up, turtlehead.
so why does that make black men?
Well, what'd you say?
So why does that make black men really conscious of February? What does that mean?
I don't know. But I want to know
I'm
if she
saying
just
that
insulted me.
We don't
What's that?
understand.
Did you insult me?
No.
Okay.
I didn't insult
What
you.
is that?
All right.
I don't know what you're talking
Because
about.
Todd was arrested for murder in February. No, I don't know what has to do with February.
No,
People want to be
very sensitive
separated.
and
People want to be
scared.
separated when it benefits them. Like I was in Virgin buying videos, DVDs, and they have a section called Black Cinema, which is just revolting. Why?
Did they say it that way?
It says the signs.
Whoa.
Let me finish. Why do they have to have that? Why can't
Exactly.
black films be in with other dramas and comedies?
Because it's not like that. The whole thing is, why do we have to have a Black History Month? Because we shouldn't have to even go to that extent.
Right.
If it was taught naturally. There's a lot of things that black people have contributed to a lot of things that you guys don't know about.
Well, I know all about it.
that's
Ask me
true.
anything, I'll answer right now.
Yeah.
What?
I've seen Oz.
Benjamin Banneker. Go ahead. What's next?
Elijah McCoy.
Elijah McCoy?
Yeah.
There's a safety on the Green Bay Packers, 1967. It was Hank Graham.
I know
That didn't explain.
Elijah McCoy.
That didn't explain the black cinema thing, though. You see, you get into the larger issue of, well, there was a bad history of black people in this country, which is true, but that doesn't explain black cinema. Why does everything have to be separate when it benefits somebody like
Because
why?
you don't see black people in movies.
Are you kidding? You never seen the...
You don't see it.
No.
Tommy Davidson and Joanna Man was hilarious.
Yeah,
Did
okay.
you hear
Blacks and
Tramp?
Blondes is my
You watch
favorite porno
Tramp?
series.
That's all you see now.
No, the fact is that you have to have, it shouldn't be separate.
Look, the
If
white
everything-
kids
People have
hung
their
up these
experience.
posters for one reason. They wanted to get laid, and this was their way to get attention. That's what white guys...
It was to prove a point. It was just like,
What's the point?
The point is
Get
that
laid.
black people want to be separated when it benefits
No,
black kids.
no,
Well,
Black
that's
History Month
the
is not
point.
black
I
people want to be
agree with that. I
separated.
think
That's
the
why can't you have a
minorities,
But there is
they need-
definitely...
Black people do not want to be separated. That's why we want to have our own history month.
Black cinema, Black History Month, Black Miss America. Of course they want to be separated.
How many Black Miss Americas were there before there was a Black Miss America?
Well,
None.
I think we saw why we couldn't have one.
No, there's
after
a
her
lot of Black Miss
misbehaving.
Who, Vanessa? Yeah,
She's actually my favorite Miss America.
exactly.
All I'm saying is this, what Jim's point is that it seems like there's a real double standard as far as when black people say we'll have a black section in the store. If you walked into a store and saw a white section, even
You
if
don't have to call it a white section, it's all white.
So we don't.
But you just changed your mind twice in
About
this
what?
conversation. In the beginning, you said...
But just the big point is this: you have to admit that segregation does look a little funny if you grew up today. If you're a kid and you're like, oh, that's the black section, you can't say anything Black History Month, you can't do that. But if a white, you know what I mean? Because guess what? All those people, well, whites have all the power. Really? Not all the white people. Some of them do. Most of them are poor too. So I mean, for them, you can't just say
What?
I'm saying that.
What the hell?
Because the excuse is always
What
that.
was that?
The
Someone
excuse
has
is
to
always
follow
that people
up.
say
The boss is
white
making a
people-
point.
The boss is making a point.
Good point,
I
boss.
go along.
Go ahead, white boss.
That's white history, right?
Go ahead, white boss.
No, I'm the, what do you call a boss? What's that go?
I don't know, but don't do this again.
Yeah.
No, that's the joke. And that kind of. Well, it doesn't matter.
No one got
But
it.
listen,
Your hair looks
You went
good.
we'll be right back. Oh, well, calling all sheep is our look at new trends that you may not be aware of. I saw myself spit on a sneaker. Today's calling all sheep, the New York Times reports a great number of women, or a growing number of women, are creating female-empowered porn. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's a good thing because, first of all, women deserve to have their point of view about sex. They don't have the same desires as we do. They like the whole, you know, cuddling and they, you know, babbling endlessly for a half hour afterwards or whatever. But I did see a couple of female porn movies, and I'm not just making it up. You think it's a joke. And one was that made by women. It's called What Do You Mean by What You Said the Other Day? And
Sounds a little slow.
yeah. And the other one was That Wasn't Me. That must have been some other girlfriend you're thinking of that you said it to. Why do you think this? Sue, you're a woman, aren't you? What do you
Yes.
think about this stuff?
I think that it's ridiculous. I think that we are so repressed sexually in this country that now it has to go to this point. Like, we have to be, like, ridiculous. Like, I'm Irish Catholic.
Oh.
We grew up repressed, you know.
You're
right?
psychotic.
No, I'm telling you, repressed. My whole life, like, we were like, oh, my God, that's a sin. It's disgusting. Don't touch me.
It is disgusting.
Right? It's
And
like,
it
if you
is.
even think about it, it's a sin. And then all of a sudden you have a six-pack, and you're like, yeah, I'll suck your dick. Sure, come on.
I don't have a...
At least it's a six-pack?
At least
Yeah,
there's no
that's a
product. She's
six-pack.
Do the six-pack.
I don't have a six-pack. What will you do for some green tea?
Well, what do you guys think about this porn?
I
Women
disagree
porn?
with Sue, actually, only because I know what you're saying about women having been repressed, but porn, and I love pornography.
We know that.
Really? But
He's a connoisseur.
it really
Keyword
is
porn.
so geared towards, like, not even all males, just the males that, you know, like that want to get right to the sex, and it's boring.
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
All right,
Let
wait
me
a minute.
finish. No.
Okay, I'll let you
no,
finish first. Wait.
Because you're
go
going to
ahead.
blow out my candle to make yours shine brighter.
That was a good one.
My thing was, it bores me. That kind of sex bores me. Like, I honestly,
sex?
like, just like when they cut right to the sex, and that's what most porn is. A woman's porn is gonna have more of a plot line, or the cuddling makes me want to puke. But I like the plot line because
You like the plot in the porn?
honest to God,
You watch a porn
That's
for
why-
I
plot?
liked it. I want to know why.
You watch a porn for plot?
I didn't say I.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's why I'm
what
going
do
to
you-
cut
what do you do?
this phony bastard
No,
off.
why would I lie?
Shut up for a second.
No,
watched it
I
from the
knew where
beginning?
you were going.
No.
Let me explain something.
I want to know why
You
that man
phony
is
son of a
knuckle
bitch.
deep in that nurse. I want to know.
I understand the psychological. I like the psychological.
Yeah.
But just the fact that he goes, I knew you were setting up this whole phony thing. And
But that's
still,
not phony.
Here's
And
why
you
you're
fell
phony.
on the floor.
Shut up. Here's why you're
All
phony.
right.
You want to know why you're phony? Because not only, on the one hand, you
No.
wanted to shut up and
I
let
don't
me
want to
finish.
know why I'm phony.
I don't blame you, because I got you mugged and numbered, stupid. Now listen to this. He's phony because once he goes, I like the plot, so he's trying to please the woman.
No.
And then, shut your phony mouth and let me finish. And on the other hand, he goes, don't get me wrong, cuddling makes me want to puke. So the guys will think he's a guy.
Yeah, he's
Go to hell.
manipulative.
Anybody else want to say anything?
Yes.
That is...
I was on the floor listening to every word. Go ahead, Vince.
I think that, well, first of all, you watch a plot for porn, that's retarded. But let me ask you this. So...
I don't mean I watch it just for the plot. I'm not saying, like,
Is
I
it
put my
women
mule-
or women? Is it women just like...
No, it's just
women
for
with men,
women
but
to
it's
feel
more
better
women.
about it.
You know what? Women like different things in bed than men. Like you said, cuddling and, you know.
Not
And they
just
like-
cuddling.
But it's still porn, though, right?
It's still porn, but it's not like all jizz porn. You know how guys porn is.
Oh, yeah.
There's
not just jizz
porn
porn, you know?
movies, there's a series of porn movies, Shut Up and Me, for guys.
But you haven't seen that, right? Because the plot is already taken out of it.
Yeah, no, I like it when there's a plot because it turns me on more.
He
I'm
wants
not
to see
saying
him
out of
shut up.
sensitivity.
It turns you on.
I swear to
Man,
God.
I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I like it hard and fast.
It's psychological. No, you like a psychological twist, you know.
I'm more deep than that. But the thing is,
He
why
doesn't
would
mean
you...
the plot. He's saying it's the psychology.
Yes,
Yeah.
it turns me
You
on
don't just want to
more.
watch two people having sex with no bat. You want a little
I
bit.
do. I
Is
don't
it
mind it.
Freudian right now that you keep holding your hands about this wide when you're talking about sex? Is this the
I
size
don't
of your...
understand the
What's
cuddling
going on
thing.
there, Irish
I
boy?
think you
I
guys
wish.
are all making us think that we like to cuddle. We don't like to cuddle.
You do.
We
like to
don't.
cuddle.
I don't
really.
like to
Yes, you
cuddle.
do.
No, I don't.
She's
How
Irish.
do
Leave
you
her
know?
alone.
Huh?
All right, I don't know you, but you're.
I have intimacy issues.
We're
I
saying
don't
as
like
a
to cuddle.
general rule,
That
women would...
porno,
You're not the rule, though.
As a
Women
general rule,
women
women
are
don't
emotionally
only...
connected. They're connected more emotionally. Guys
Yes.
are just for
Because
the
it happens inside
gratification.
our body.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? And it happens on the outside
Well,
for a guy.
sometimes it's
So I
Well,
don't
depending
think
on
it's
how you
always
Where did you
true.
hear that?
Not
That's
lately with these
not
girls
the
with their
truth.
finger
I made
popping
it up.
techniques, though.
What?
Yeah,
They're trying to bring it back.
that's true. I've
What,
had
you're
a
shocked? I'm just telling you what's going on
I've had
out
a
there.
few,
I'm trying to protect you goddamn people. Now listen.
I've had a few.
Finger pop. I don't know what that
Finger
is.
popping.
You ever
What
have
is that?
I believe it's self-explanatory,
Have a
Jeff.
what?
I don't think it is.
Have I ever had a
You're
what?
popping.
You ever lose a press-on nail in there?
Thank you. But first of all, let me get one more phony remark. This Italian bastard.
Phony remark.
Shut
That's
up.
phony.
The day an Italian says, I'd rather see something where we can please the woman. You guys don't give a
I
damn
didn't
about
say we
pleasing
could
the woman.
please the woman.
All you do is grab
He's
you and throw
married.
it off.
I said, show us a
Go cook
roadmap
me
of
a
where
meal.
to go.
You know what you're
He's
about.
married, Colin.
Yes,
What do you
sir,
want us a
God, please,
roadmap
the
of where to
word of
go?
Where to
That's all
go?
I'm saying.
As far
What's
as
that?
what?
Married.
On a
He
woman's
means as
body,
far
what
as,
they
you know,
want, how to do
you
it.
should know-
Make
no.
it easy for us.
Well, no,
Because
no,
they
you
got
should
this
already know.
Make it
thing.
easy. I don't need porn
I
from
know what
women.
you're saying.
I
You
need
got this
help
thing, the
from them.
clitoris, I think it's called.
The clitoris.
Exactly.
Very small.
Or
You gotta look
Some
for
are
it.
very big.
Yeah, some are very large.
Some are very
Really?
big.
I've
I prefer those, actually.
Oh, well, man, this conversation
I want
is kind of interesting.
like a midget's thumb.
Jim wants it so large it pees out of it.
I swear to God.
He likes that.
I think that's really, I want her to be like, I was so
like
embarrassed
like
my whole
this.
life
I
about
think
that.
that's really...
No, that's about the size, yeah. That's what I like.
Does that turn you on?
Beyond comprehension.
Look at
We'll be right back. I'm not. I don't want a drink. All right, give me a drink. Yes. I know you miss Texas. Don't start bad-mouthing Alabama, stupid. We're in Alabama. No, honestly, I don't think Darryl Royal could whip Bear Bryant's ass in a bar fight. We're sorry, mister. We love Bear Bryant, Richard Todd, the Crimson Tide. Yes. You're going to get us a nice ass-kicking, George, with your big mouth. You don't want to start something when we don't have any of our friends around here. What's wrong with you? George, hello? George, stay with me. Listen, the base commander doesn't even know what you look like. Do you think that's good? He doesn't recognize you. You want to learn to be a pilot. This is what we have to do. You're being dramatic. It's not that much math. You have to be able to read all the gauges and that kind of stuff, I guess. George, don't push me, George. George, don't push me. I swear to God. Yeah, I know your daddy could have me killed. He's the head of the CIA, blah, blah, blah. Come on. George, I'm not playing, George. We're leaving. You're not taking her with us. No, she was jailbait. Very funny, George. No child left behind. I get it, but I'm telling you something. You can't spend your whole time serving your country, drinking, and listening to Three Dog Night. You've got to make an effort. I'm sorry, mister. He didn't mean it. You call your wife a what? I don't know what an evildoer is either, but I apologize. Now listen, George. Okay, George. I got to give you credit. You're stubborn. Once your mind's made up, that's it. But I just wish once in a while you'd think, all right? George, don't cry. George, your nose is bleeding. George, don't try to smile at me. You look like you're cringy when you smile. You're better off crying, to be honest with you. Well, folks, there are only 6 shopping days left in Black History Month. Women's History Month also is having a new month. What other group could use its own month? And what are some of the ways it could be observed? Jeff.
Well, I got an idea. How about an American History Month? Because most high schoolers in the U.S. will respond to the question, where is Florida, with the answer, I think she's on Good Times on the TV Land reruns, isn't she? Just a reminder, in World War II, we did not fight on the side of the North. And incidentally, Martin Sheen, not actually our real president. Let's celebrate American History Month by taking a 5-minute break during our normal Memorial Day half-naked NASCAR barbecue drunk fest so we can actually find a vet and shake his hand.
All right, Sue.
I think there should be a month dedicated to guys who lie. It would be celebrated by them just taking a rest. Because we know that when they tell us that they're in between jobs, that they're really just a loser with no money. And we know that when they say they just want to be friends, that they can't get an erection. And when they say, don't worry, I'll be gentle, it means they're gay.
Sue, you should keep your mouth... Sorry. Anyway, Vince.
You know what group I think needs their own month? The ignorant. That's right, 30 days to recognize ignorant-ass people and their contributions that shaped America. Here's to the founder of the KKK, thinking your race is superior than wearing a sheet to hide your identity, you ignorant ass. Recognizing scientists who helped develop nuclear weapons that could destroy mankind. Ignorant asses. The man who patented the Flowbee, cutting your hair with a vacuum cleaner. Wow. And to the inventor of rims that continue to spin after your car has already stopped, you ignorant ass mother. You get my meaning.
All right. Jimmy boy.
I think that ultra-liberals should have a month devoted specifically to them. It would be a chance for them to be thanked by all the wonderful people they've helped, like pedophiles who are continually allowed to re-enter society, and welfare mothers who never look for work because it's so much easier to sit home, eat for free, and pump out another criminal every 9 months. And let's not forget Mumia Abu-Jamal, who just goes to prove that if you're black and you look like an intellectual, liberals will see that as such an anomaly. You can kill all the police officers your little heart desires. And last but not least, let's not forget me. I am forever indebted to the liberal for inadvertently preventing me from falling into the 3 greatest traps on earth: political correctness, dreadlocks on white people, and alternative comedy.
All right, that's the show. Good night. Oh, great job.
Yeah, that Jim Norton, he's an enigma. He uses big words.
He really does.
Yeah, then he turns around and he talks about this crazy porn stuff. Is he really like that perverted, or is it an act?
No, he's pretty perverted. I mean, you know, I don't know personally, but the things he's told me, you know, and he doesn't look like he's lying when he says them. Please, no close-ups on my eye. I have the eye medicine. I don't want people saying I have a crusty eye.
Okay.
All right, do a close-up so they can see the